be writing statements and be on witness lists and shit. Your shades are definitely off. Move around, Zeke.
What's up, Truth Team? It's your girl, Mickey Truth. SC's #1 urban blog and the queen of paperwork. And boy, listen, I saw this post floating around and I'm just like, dang, I never heard of them. Dang, I wonder what happened. And then all of a sudden, TheFamilyTv dropped their video. And I said, oh yeah, we definitely got to react to that. Shout out to TheFamilyTv. One thing about it, they're going to piece that thing together to give you the story. And we over here, we're going to watch it, and we're going to give our little one too. So let's get into it.
We have Mickey Truth.
Who is this? You got Mickey Truth kicked out.
Shout out Mickey.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl, Mickey Truth.
Everybody right now represent stand up for North Carolina. Let them know where we at. Let them know where we from. Please, man. Let's go. Come on and raise up. Yeah, come on and raise up. Yeah, come on and raise up. Hey, yeah, come on and raise up.
Of each other. The first shooting took place around 10 p.m. at 33 East Apartments on East 10th Street in Greenville. Police say the victim, 19-year-old Nigel Tramber, was visiting friends at the apartment complex and was shot in the leg. The victim told police that he was talking to two men at the back of the complex, and at some point they showed a gun and robbed him of his phone and wallet. Tramber says that told police that as the men ran away, he was shot. Police say that he was taken by private vehicle to Vidant Medical Center. The two men are described as black men between 18 and 20 years old. Police say one man had a low-fade haircut and was wearing all-dark clothing, while the other had medium-length dreadlocks. Police say the second shooting happened just after midnight on North Washington Street near Martin Street. Police say 41-year-old Angela Weish was shot in the leg once during an argument in the front yard of a home. She was taken to Vidant Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries.
In tracking crime in Pitt County tonight, deputies are investigating the death of a man who was found in a ditch on the side of a busy Greenville road.
Fam, you know, sometimes the most dangerous thing you can do isn't pull a trigger or start a fight. It's hit post. Because once you put something on the internet, a claim, an accusation, a narrative, you don't control how people receive it or how far it goes. And sometimes you don't even control the consequences either. Now imagine this. You go on social media and publicly accuse another man of being a snitch. You post paperwork, case numbers, a bold claim. There's just one problem. Nothing you put out is fully confirmed. And instead of exposing somebody, what you really did was put a target on your own back. You might not think much of it in that moment. You might feel like it's just internet talk. But what if I told you just 2 weeks later, that same man who made those accusations was found gunned down and left in a ditch? Fam, that's the hard reality we're dealing with today. Over the past 24 hours, reports has been circulating that a man out of North Carolina had lost his life shortly after making those allegations. Man, I spent hours going through records, tracking case numbers, cross-checking documents. And I tell you up front, the police report number floating around is false. The names are real, the situation is real, but the case tied to that paperwork is completely different. Now, if that sounds confusing, trust me, I was confused too at first. So today, we're gonna break this down in chronological order, separate the facts from rumors, pay our respects to the victim, walk through how he lost his life, and take a closer look at the allegations he made compared to what the public records actually show. But before
Whoa, what? And see, that be the thing, man. People be so quick to share stuff and put stuff out without verifying it. I just was talking about that with the Black Zach case. Like, people had pieces of paper going around. And it's like, yo, Mickey, you seen this? Yo, I can't verify that. I'm not about to share that, stamp that, none of that. Damn. Shout out to TheFamilyTv, man. Let's get back into it.
we go over this, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Now, before we get into the deeper details of this case, first we have to talk about where all this happened, because this environment plays a major role in this story. We in Pitt County, North Carolina, with the city of Greenville sitting right at the center of it. Now, Greenville isn't a big city like Charlotte or Raleigh. It's what you call a college and hospital town, home to East Carolina University, and a major regional trauma center. You got students, working families, and longtime locals all sharing the same space, mixed in with pockets of rural roads and wooded areas stretched just outside city limits. On the surface, it feels calm, small town, familiar. But like a lot of places in eastern North Carolina, Greenville has another side. A side where personal disputes don't always stay online, where social media drama can spill into real life, and where reputation, especially when it comes to street politics, still carry weight. And out here, once something spreads, it spreads fast because everybody knows somebody who knows somebody. In recent years, Pitt County has quietly dealt with this share of retaliation type shootings, late night confrontations, and conflicts that start with words and end with violence. From that area was a local rapper. 2 weeks ago, on December 17, 2025, Easy Rock went to Facebook and said the following: "Niggas been arresting Greenville, claiming they gangsters, and be writing statements, and be on witness lists and shit. Your shades are definitely off. Move around, Zeke, Brazy, Rat. You a dub. Your card is officially pulled." Now, what he posted is what he assumed, and I guess the audience looking at it, was paperwork. But it looked like words on a notepad. Then he had a witness list that had a female, and the person he's claiming is a snitch was just his first and last name. But then when you read into this paperwork that was actually posted, some red flags that I want to point out as we continue. First thing first, I want us to check out this police report number. Of course, this was in Pitt County. And I want to enter this report number in Pitt County criminal case search with you guys, the family. As you can see, nothing. Next, I want us to go over the details, the claims that's being made in this alleged police report.
Okay. Just real quick. I love y'all, Family TV. Please don't get mad at me about this, okay? Just real quick. If it's a police report, it wouldn't be in the court system. Police report number and case number is two different things. Just saying. I just had to say that. Just saying. But keep going.
Or statement: Rosie Daquan Johnson, 18 years old, a man who we'll later identify just 5 days ago, wasn't worried about nothing, posting pictures with his kids for the holidays. 25 years old now, but this paperwork is alleging a crime that happened 7 years ago when Rosie was just 18 years old. Now let's read what's been alleged. It mentioned riding in a white car with cousin RDT. Remember, Rosie name is Rosie Daquan Johnson. So we're assuming those are his initials. They're mentioning riding in a white car with the cousin of RDJ and two other dudes. One dude with a black t-shirt, skinny. One dude with an orange shirt with collar. RDJ, they claim he was wearing a blue and red hat, black shirt, light jeans, blue shoes, and Jordan. Now, before we continue, let's pause for a second. If you're confused a little bit because you stand on track, you should be. This man claiming Ro, or RDJ that is, was the informant, but the information is given up on RDJ. So I guess he's saying he's snitching on himself. But
informant is crazy. Jesus.
Let's continue. They say RDJ came downtown in a gray Saturn. T just got out of jail. T, brown skin with dreads. RDJ, Christian Drive. Approximately 10 and 11 people outside. Last call from Bones, the alleged victim in this police report or statement, was around 3:38 a.m., who we'll later identify. It said the other dude had on a black shirt with white trim. Downtown Thursday night with Bones. RDJ met with Bones in the parking lot. Suspect is pointed at RDJ. They say he first saw dude that shot Bones downtown on the sidewalk. Dude is brown skin with medium length dreads. RDJ girlfriend name is Alexis. And they also insinuate that the dude T was RDJ cousin. Now, I know that was a lot, but let's slow down. During this same time frame on this same street, a man identified as Reggie Donnell Tyson. He lost his life October 15, 2017. Let's talk about the details of him losing his life and how we know that's the same incident report that involved him. As mentioned, his nickname is also Bones. It was on his memorial. Peep the same time and location. They say Tyson was shot and killed on the 100 block of Christian Drive. Same thing on that incident or police report or statement. Shortly before 4:30 a.m. on October 15, 2017, police said after developing a few leads, new evidence, they had officers to 3 suspects found. None of them was Rosie. The 3 suspects was arrested a year later, identified as Jamal Brian Phillips, 30, Arnold Dontrell Fennell, 28, and Justice Ross Somerville, 33. They was charged with the murder of Reggie Donald Tyson, aka Bones, and Phillips faced 1 count of murder, while Fennell and Somerville both faced charges of accessory to murder. So we basically know who pulled the trigger. Now, when it came to Rosie, he was 18 years old in 2018. and he did get arrested in 2018, but it wasn't for murder. And before we go over his criminal history, starting with that arrest, this same arrest in 2018, guess who he was arrested with? His cousin, identified as Taiwan. Seemed like this the same cousin they was referring to in that incident report about the wrong murder. And in this case, it wasn't a murder. A 41-year-old woman was shot in the leg. You see, back in April of 2018, the first week, Greenville Police Department responded to shots fired on the 1100 block of North Washington Street early Tuesday morning. Officers found 41-year-old Angela shot in the hip. Angela has been released from the hospital the day after, but the bullet had remained in her hip. Apparently, 3 men got into an argument with her daughter in the front yard. She asked them to leave. In return, they pulled out their firearms and started to shoot in their direction.
Greenville, the search continues for 2 men that shot a woman in the front yard of her daughter's home. Greenville police responded to shots fired on the 1100 block of North Washington Street early Wednesday morning. Officers found 41-year-old Angela Weich shot in the hip. Weich has been released from the hospital, but the bullet remains in her hip. The incident started when a man wandered into her yard shortly after a fight broke out between Weich's daughter and 3 men. Weich stated 2 of them pulled out guns and began shooting, striking her before the men fled the scene.
If you just randomly shoot somebody, you're randomly shoot anybody else. So I need him caught. I'm pressing charges because it's not fair. I didn't do nothing to him. I only asked him to leave.
GPD is currently following important leads in the case.
Shortly after, Rozzy and his cousin, Taiwan, was arrested for the shooting. The 41-year-old, not the killing of Bones a year prior. Check it out.
Of a Greenville woman last week. Rozzy Johnson turned himself into the Pitt County Jail on Sunday night. He was wanted for the shooting of Angela Weich early Wednesday on North Washington Street. Johnson's cousin, Taiwan Johnson, was caught Wednesday night by the city's neighborhood gang unit. Angela Weich was shot in the leg in front of a home shortly after midnight on Wednesday. Now, the 2 cousins are charged with assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury.
Now that we know the facts on Roe and his cousin case, it's important to know this. As mentioned, you never know a person's true motive. That paperwork had 2 separate cases and somehow had facts attached on both ends, but technically it was false. We don't know if somebody trying to fish for information, because Roe ended up coming home briefly after this incident with the 41-year-old getting shot in the leg. The following year, when he was 19, he was one of 6 who was responsible for shooting up a birthday party hosted at a beauty salon. You see, back in April of 2019, also in Greenville, North Carolina, authorities say that 5 teens and a 20-year-old were arrested after shots were fired during a large birthday party at a beauty supply shop. The incident was reported at around 1 a.m. at Morning Glory Products Incorporation on the 3500 block of North Memorial Drive in Greenville. A large crowd was leaving a private party when a disturbance broke out and shots were fired. Evidence showed that the shots were fired from a rifle, and officials said 3 vehicles and 2 buildings were struck by bullets. There were no reported injuries, and suspects left the scene in a silver Dodge car. Shortly after the car description dispatch, deputies assisted by Greenville police stopped the suspect's vehicle in the parking lot of Harvey's restaurant on North Memorial Drive. 6 people were in the car. During a search of the vehicle, a loaded black SKS rifle and 2 loaded magazines were seized. A check of the weapon were found to be stolen from a previous Greenville investigation. Those arrested was Christopher King, 18, Michael Wooden Jr., 20, Daquan Cherry, 18, T-Shawn Daniels, 19, Rosie Daquan Johnson, aka RDJ, 19, and Corey Jones, 19. Now, as mentioned, I looked up Rosie arrest record. He was sentenced to 6 months in jail and 1 year and 5 months on probation. His parole had begun on
Shout out to the Family TV. Y'all go finish watching that in its entirety. Boy, that is crazy though. Like, that just goes again, everybody don't understand how paperwork is. Everybody don't take the time to read it. Trust me, I've learned that over the years. So the fact that, boy, it was put out that way, ain't no telling. Everybody probably just shared it, went off that. Now the question is it actually tied to that? You know, don't know what the victim had going on or what, but that's crazy. Y'all stop sharing stuff without knowing exactly what's going on. That's why one thing about it, if I can't go get it myself, I ain't putting it out. I got to verify that. Whoa. But that's crazy, man. Shout out to the Family TV for putting that together. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend, to pull up on your girl, Mickey Truth. Catch y'all on the next one. Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like
I'm trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from.
Hey, this your girl, Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina. Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast. Come join the Truth Team on Patreon. All documents that I use for my content is available to the members. So y'all come tap in with the Truth Team on Patreon. What's up, Truth Team? I am here, okay? About to get a touch of love. Yes, I'm at Touch of Love Massage Shop, okay? Now listen, I've been getting my massages through Touch of Love for years, even before it was a shop to come to. But let me show you around. And then I got to get ready because I'm feeling a little tense. And let me tell you, if you work in like call centers, streamers, YouTubers, sitting at that desk all the time, you definitely need to be tapping in and get your massage. So let's take a tour. So it was located in a nice business building. The suite was set up real comfortably. It was like to the back, and the candles was burning. The aromatherapy was definitely there. Okay, so I had to get undressed, and I'm like, yo, I gotta get all the way undressed. But anyway, like I said, getting massages, Nakia is awesome at what she does, and let me tell y'all, them hands are blessed, okay? I got the full body massage, including, okay, the hot stones. And when I say that hour went so fast, I even went to sleep. And I always go to sleep during massage for some reason. But yeah, definitely needed that because y'all know I had a night ahead of me, okay?
Guys, I'm Nakia. I am the owner-operator of Touch of Love Massage Services. I always start with people. I start with the information of what massage is. So massage is the manipulation of muscles. Exercise is the manipulation of muscles. The only difference is we are manually using our hands to do those activities. So a lot of people look at massage as a luxury when really it's a health necessity. So I'm more on the medical side of things. So if you're experiencing any pain of any sort, muscles is 90% of pain, so I would recommend you to come and get a massage.
How can they follow you?
I do have my business page, Touch of Love Massage Services, on Instagram. I have Touch of Love Massage Services on Facebook, and if you want to set an appointment with me, you can look me up on Setmore. It's an app platform online where you can book appointments.
Hey, there you have it. And y'all, I feel like a new woman, but now it's time to parties. I'll catch y'all on the next one.